Good afternoon and welcome to Cstv News at 24 on Cstv. For more news updates, you can follow us on our social media handles at CSTVGH. We're streaming live on YouTube at CSTV Hub News 24. My name is Dorcas Mensa. Now, in the headlines, computerized school selection and placement system under review. Education Minister assures citizens 19-year-old man struck dead by lightning. And business news, the Food and Drugs Authority suspends operations of 9 such as water producers. On the international front, World Health Organization issues warning over contaminated cough syrup in India. These and many stories will come in your way on our next news bulletin. CSTV News at 24 is brought to you by Celeste with Tom Brown, Rema Ushering Agency, Sarah's Dream Jewelries, KS Rafemix, and Yard Decorations. My name is Dorcas Mensa. Stay tuned. And this is CSTV News at 24 on CSTV. Welcome back. Now, the news in details. The Education Minister, Haruna Idrisu, announced the government is reviewing the computerized school selection and placement system to make it fairer and more efficient. He said this during his visit to the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School to inspect facilities and to assess the school's admission procedures.
Some students are unhappy, justified, because he chose a particular course, science, and was given general arts or business. That will be a disincentive even for that child to study hard and give his best. So it means that the computerized placement system is not working well for the country, and I'm happy to review it. And I would review it. I'll put in place a committee to review its performance over the decade and then give me a credible alternative. What we need is meritorious admission. I mean, nobody would accept that you get an A6, you can't get the school of your first choice. What can explain that? It cannot be explained because that candidate has been pushed away by protocol. That's unfair. And we'll look into that. And we'll look very closely to that and see what we do.
And while still on his visit, Haruna Idrisu on school facilities stated that the government plans to upgrade schools across the country.
Classrooms not adequate, dormitories not adequate, laboratories insufficient and not in good shape. Government will deliberately in the coming years, particularly into 2026, will work to upgrade 10 category C schools to B schools and 10 category B schools to A school. Then I'll pick a special 10 and Presec will be part of that special 10. We will give you the needed intervention by way of improved infrastructure in the classroom, laboratories and dormitories so that you continue to make these young people and parents happy. Every parent wants the best.
Now let's move on to the transport sector. Transport Minister Honorable Joseph Bukari has disclosed that his ministry has deployed safety officers along the water bodies to do sensitization and education. This, according to him, will limit accidents on our water bodies.
Our condolences to the bereaved families. This is something that should not be happening at the rate at which they occur. Traveling is one of the areas that creates business, that makes economies function, movement of people and goods. Our brothers and sisters who live along the lake or along the rivers and the sea also have an opportunity to have a travel that will be by water to do their daily activities. However, in this enterprise of movement, they come along with this accident that we experience. Our issue is how to reduce it to the minimum, so that even if we cannot avoid them, they should not be occurring at this rate. A single accident that took 16 lives, and most of them were children. One of the issues was that 7 family members, the same family, 7 people died in that accident. I've been there. Thankfully, Madam Vice President also came along. We have visited the families, and we have been able to talk to our people. And like I said to your sister station, we have deployed a lot of safety officers along the water bodies to do sensitization and education. What we are trying to add is enforcement and compliance. These safety officers, though they are doing education, we have mapped out all crossing points in our country, so we know where each crossing point will be. That is where the station officers will be there to do the education. It is simple. Whether you fly in the plane, you wear your seatbelt. When you are in a vehicle, you fasten your seatbelt. When you are behind a motorbike, you wear your helmet. So in the same way, when you are in a boat, you are supposed to wear your life jacket. It is a lifesaver.
Former Communications Minister Esla Owusu has officially declared her intentions to contest the General Secretary position of the opposition New Patriotic Party. She made the announcement on a Facebook page coinciding with her birthday, calling on party supporters across the country to rally behind her bid to revive and reorganize the party ahead of the 2028 general elections. Moving on to other stories, the Deputy Commissioner of Immigration at the Alibo Command, Joshua Kreku, highlighted the challenges in distinguishing between those traveling and those seeking asylum.
Rationally, people are taking precautions by leaving the country to find safe havens, and then maybe after the elections, if everything is fine, they go back. But when they are coming through the border, they don't present themselves as people who are coming to seek asylum. They are coming as normal travelers, but then they end up getting to the refugee camp to seek asylum then. So we have also noticed that the numbers are going up maybe, but there isn't a situation where people are carrying their bags to cross the border to go there.
Now let's move on to the Oti region. Justice Komla from Dodi in the Kajebi district of the Oti region has died after being struck by lightning. The tragic incident occurred while Justice was uprooting a palm tree on a farmland in the area. Eyewitnesses recounted that the thunder clap was unusually loud and frightening, followed by shouts from those nearby who later found Justice lying motionless on the ground. Lawyer and spokesperson for Kennedy, Mr. Kwesi Kranton, has called on the governing National Democratic Congress to take full responsibility for the ongoing fight against illegal mining activities in the country. Speaking on a panel discussion, Mr. Quentin argued that the NDC, having previously criticized the NPP government for its handling of the issue, must now own and lead the fight since it is in power.
Anybody define the editorial policy for any television. It should even go beyond Dear Mahama MB, Dear Mahama, and Dear NDC. In page 76 of your manifesto, that page 4, you listed the whole approaches how you are going to address Galamsey. This was not manifesto that was drafted by Ghanaians. It was drafted by the NDC. It was signed and assented to by Mahama. So please, your responsibility. If you need us to come and help you, fair deal. We will all come and help you to fight Galam. Galamsey is not a Ghanaian. It's a political problem, like you made us to believe. It was an Akufo-Addo problem, and nothing is going to extricate you from being Mahama's problem.
Business news is up next after the short commercial break. Stay tuned.